Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanika, and in today's video I am going to be giving you 11 tips for the perfect silk press. So if you're interested, please keep watching. So tip number one, of course, is going to start with hair prep. So this means making sure your hair is thoroughly cleaned. So selecting that perfect shampoo and following up with that perfect conditioner. So you want to make sure your hair is cleansed, not stripped, moisturized, but not weighed down. So tip number two is making sure your hair is thoroughly dried, as in no dampness, no residual water, and no sweat. When your hair has even a little bit of dampness in it, that is when you will hear the snap, crackle, and pop from your hair straightener, and that fries your hair. So we want to avoid that. So make sure your hair is properly dried. Tip number three is to use minimal, light, and non-greasy hair products to once again avoid your hair being weighed down and to avoid your hair being overly saturated with hair product, and then you're going to get that snap, crackle, pop effect again. And number four, of course, use a heat protectant spray, serum, something that is meant to protect your hair from high direct heat. So tip number five is ensuring your hair is in a stretched out straight, or as stretched out as you can possibly get it. So for me, that means below drying my hair straight. And then it's easier for me to kind of just glide the straightener through the strands rather than having it be still tightly curled and coily and kinky. You may run the risk of doing multiple passes. So it's easier to just have it be in a stretched out state as much as possible. So tip number six is to make sure you use the right heat setting for your hair texture. So if your hair is a little bit thinner or fine, low density, you can get away with using maybe a little bit less heat, versus if your hair is thicker, it's more kinkier, coilier, just a lot denser in texture, you may need a little bit higher heat. So just understanding what heat setting is most likely best for your hair so you can avoid spending too much time with each pass and avoid doing too much heat and giving yourself heat damage. Tip number seven is to go slowly. Doing your hair is a process. A process sometimes takes a little bit longer. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Go slowly so you can maybe get away with doing 1 to 2 passes rather than 3 to 4 really quick, rapid succession fire passes and running the risk of damaging your hair. So go slow, take your time. Tip number 8 is to do a small enough section so that the hair section, that chunk of hair that you are using, fits perfectly on the plate without any hair falling over the sides. So for me, that's usually about an inch, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more sometimes, but usually about an inch each time is that perfect amount of hair that fits perfectly throughout the straightener, and I can have that heat evenly distributed throughout. Tip number 9 for getting that perfect silk press is to please use the chase method. So if you don't know what the chase method is, that's using something like a fine tooth comb or a rat tail comb or a brush and chasing the straightener with it. So you have the straightener up and you have the comb or brush below, and as you move, you'll work your way down with both of them moving simultaneously to kind of keep the strands of your hair spaced out and neat and organized and not tangled up as you're straightening that section so you can get a sleeker result. So use the chase method. It does take a little bit time to kind of get the coordination down, but once you get it down, it is golden. It makes such a difference using the chase method for every single section in your results. Perfect way to get sleek results. Tip number 10 is to do some type of protective style at night or through the day if you're at home, through the week, to try to maintain that straight hair form so that your hair isn't reverting back or getting crinkled and adding any unnecessary tangles or texture back into your perfect sleek result. So try to wrap your hair or put it in a bun or maybe one loose braid to keep it in a sleek, neat form, especially throughout the night when your hair is most likely to get tangled up and jostled. I will link below in the description box how I maintain my straight hair throughout the night and throughout the week so I can keep my hair straight for as long as I desire. So tip number 11, my last tip, is to keep your hair straightener clean. Keep your straightener clean, all your heat tools, your combs, brushes, everything. Try to keep them clean. But for the hair straightener in particular, all I do is put a little bit of rubbing alcohol on a cotton pad and wipe off the outside of the plates and the inside of the plates to remove any excess product buildup, gunk, oil, anything like that, because it does make a difference in how smoothly the plates will glide down your hair. And sometimes when there's extra product buildup on your heat tools, you get that weird, smelly, burning grossness in the air, which you want to avoid. So keep your hair straightener clean, keep your hair tools clean, and you are more likely to get a nicer result. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. That is my 11 tips for keeping my silk press perfect, for getting the perfect silk press. These tips can be applied to any heat styling, hairstyle that you wish to do. It's not just for when you're straightening your hair, but they're great tips. I try to incorporate them every single time I am doing some form of heat style so I can get the best results and not waste my time and also not damage my hair. So give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.